Good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Center. I'm Noah Boyd, your host, and my co-host Aaron Baez. Here we're going to be going over the top sports news going on in America right now. First things first, LeBron is now the first player to ever score a triple-double against all 30 teams in the NBA. He finished the game 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. The Oklahoma Thunder was the last team he needed to check on that great trek. He went into the game averaging 25 points, 7.6 rebounds, and a league-leading 11.2 assists per game. The only person coming close to that statistic is Russell Westbrook, as he is also only needs a triple-double against, yes, you guessed it, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
In other NBA news, Ben Simmons finally makes his first professional three-pointer, and it happened to be against the New York Knicks. After being in the league already for 2 years, it is a little late, some might say, but he finally got there. He would go on to score 18 more points that game and help the 76ers win 109-104.
Going over to the NCAA football, Saturday night, Oklahoma Sooners went into Waco, Texas to face the Baylor Bears for a college game day matchup. The Baylor Bears were up 31-10 at half, and Oklahoma's head coach Lincoln Riley, he must have said something to them in the locker room as they came up out of that locker room fired up with nothing to lose, nothing but the game to lose. They would go on to win 34-31, not letting the Bears score a single additional point after halftime.
And continuing that, with Week 12 of college football season in the books, our top 5 potential Heisman winners emerge. Well, like I said, it is ours, not everyone's. But we do have Trevor Lawrence, sophomore at QB from Clemson at 5. Barely getting in that 5 spot. There was a couple that are on the fence, but we'll keep it sharp. Chuba Hubbard, a sophomore running back from Oklahoma State at 4. We have Justin Fields, 3, sophomore at Ohio State. And number 2, Jalen Hurts, senior QB from University of Oklahoma. And at number 1, you might have been able to guess it, Joe Burrow, a senior QB from LSU. Mind you, these are simply projections. We still have plenty of games left in this season, and you can still see these superstars shine. Boyd?
Going on into the MLB, breaking news going on. Yasmani Grandal and the White Sox came to a 4-year, $73 million agreement.
Wow.
This is the biggest contract in White Sox franchise history. Grandal, who is 31, will receive $18.25 million per season through 2023. White Sox president Ken Williams says that Grandal is such a quality guy, and for him to understand our messaging, our goals, our path, and to say, I want to be a part of that, and I am going to commit to it early.
Jacoby Ellsbury and Greg Bird. Unfortunately, their eras are over in New York. They were both cut from the franchise after many loyal years, despite Ellsbury still having 1 season left on his 7-year contract. The Yankees will still pay him his $26 million. He still has to fulfill his ultimate guarantee of $153 million. Sounds like the easiest money someone's ever made.
And other MLB news, the MLB continues their investigation on the Houston Astros as reports of them stealing signs have aroused. Oakland pitcher Mike Fiers spills to the Athletics that while participating in the 2017 World Series, his Astros team definitely stole signs from a camera positioned in center field. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred says he hopes the investigation will be complete by next season and that he has authority to impose discipline beyond the loss of amateur draft picks. Houston Astros owner Jim Crane has declined to comment on any of these allegations.
NFL, Baltimore Ravens blow out the Houston Texans, beating them 41-7, and actually improving to 8-2, leading the AFC North. This game helped Lamar Jackson solidify his place in discussion for MVP. He was not already there. Jackson and the Ravens played the 6-4 Rams, Monday night. This should be an interesting matchup taking place in LA.
In other UFC news, Browns defensive end Myles Garrett's indefinite suspension is upheld. Steelers center Marcus Pouncey's ban has been reduced to 2 games following appeals. Quarterback Mason Rudolph is expected to be fined but avoid suspension. And apparently it was a racial slur that sparked the incident, according to Myles Garrett, that Mason Rudolph had said. But officially, no evidence of this has been confirmed.
And lastly, for this segment, we have the 32-year-old Colin Kaepernick trying to get his chance to play in the NFL again. He had an official NFL tryout on Saturday, but plans ended up changing. This event was supposed to take place at the Atlanta indoor facility, but after Kaepernick and his crew could not come to terms with the league, Colin had a lower scale tryout with 8 of the 24 initial RSVPs showing up. This happened to be at a high school about 60 miles away from the original location, and it all happened about 2 hours prior to the scheduled start, so you can imagine those people that did not show might not have been happy or just not putting up with that. Teams in attendance were the Lions, Chiefs, Jets, Eagles, 49ers, Titans, and Redskins.